Sorry, you guys. I am clearly having issues with my phone. As you can see, I was not prepared for my live. How is everyone today? Welcome, welcome. Oops. Hope everyone can hear me. So welcome to Tracey Lee Talks, the alternate point of view. Hope that you are all excited to be here. Sorry about the confusion about the live. Sorry that I didn't do a better job. This is my first time having a scheduled live. So we're here. Today we are going to talk about the Reiner family and what in the world happened to the Reiners and why it happened to the Reiners. But first, I want to say thank you very much to everyone who is here. Thank you, everybody who's been waiting for the live. I appreciate you all so much. I appreciate everyone who has been a OG and a trooper for being here. I appreciate everyone. Hi, Gwen. Welcome. Gwen is my OG. She's been here forever. My biggest. So started to do Saturday lives just because that's the only day I can actually really get on here. But it is Christmas. I hope everybody's excited. I have my elf shirt on because Elf is my favorite. Just so y'all know, in case you didn't know. I don't know what your favorite Christmas movie is, but Elf is my absolute favorite. I can watch Elf anytime. I can watch Elf 100 times if I have to. I don't have to. I can just watch Elf because Smiling's my favorite. Elf is my favorite. And Santa, I know him because, it's Elf. I love it. Anyway, I know that movie by heart. I can literally sit there and watch the movie with no sound. That's how much I love that movie. It's really stupid, but whatever. I'm not a huge Will Ferrell fan, but that movie, anytime and all the time, I can watch it. So I hope everybody's ready for Christmas. I hope you're excited about Christmas. Christmas used to be one of my favorite holidays ever. But as you get older, it just kind of gets hectic and crazy, and the meaning of Christmas goes away. But if we just keep remembering what Christmas is all about. So I hope everyone will be excited about this topic because I'm really just flabbergasted about the topic that we're going to discuss today. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the chat. So I am going to talk about what happened to Rob Reiner and his wife at the hands of their son, Nick Reiner. So I heard about this while I was at work, you guys, on, was it Monday, right? Monday. It happened Sunday, you guys, the first day of Hanukkah. Oh my gosh. Also, what happened on the first day of Hanukkah was the horrific mass thing in Australia at a celebration of Hanukkah. So I was like, what the? So the irony is not lost on me, right? That this happened on the first day of Hanukkah. But, okay, so Rob Reiner, y'all, let me just say, okay, Rob Reiner, granted, he was very liberal, but who cares? He was an amazing actor and director, all right? He did All in the Family. So let me just tell you this. All in the Family, y'all, that was my show when I was a kid. Archie Bunker and Edith Bunker are my grandparents, okay? The Yankee version. My pop, Archie Bunker, he was my pop, okay? Edith Bunker was just the clueless. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious the way they did those characters. And that was my grandparents. So watching All in the Family was like watching my grandparents. It was insane. So it just it would offend the whole world these days. You are so right. But it was an amazing show. It was hilarious. But Rob Reiner ended up being not just a great actor on All in the Family, but he turned out to be an amazing director. I mean, A Few Good Men. A lot of people don't realize he did that film. When Harry Met Sally is probably what he's most famous for, but Stand By Me, y'all. I mean, amazingly talented, right? I mean, Carl Reiner is his father. I mean, it's just amazing talent, okay? It just runs in the family. But apparently, the buck stopped at Nick. And I think that is a demon that he fought his whole life, right? We all aspire to be something, you know, if you come from an amazing bloodline, talented family, rich family, what have you. I mean, my gosh, look at the Kardashians, look at the Hiltons, right? What are they famous for? Honestly, what do the Kardashians offer to society? What do they do? I mean, Carl Reiner was a fantastically talented comedian. Rob Reiner is a fantastically talented actor and director, right? What is Nick Reiner? I mean, he could have been those things, but he clearly did not apply himself, clearly felt that he was lost in the shadows somehow. Whatever, right? Paris Hilton. What is she famous for? She's a Hilton. She's not famous for anything but acting like a, what? She did a TV show? So all I know is that everybody calls these people like Nepo babies or, you know, they're just feeding off their family's fame. But Rob Reiner was actually talented. You know, Bridget Fonda, she was actually talented, but she left Hollywood because she felt she couldn't live up to the limelight of her, you know, of Peter Fonda. There's a lot of people in Hollywood, Hollyweird, as I like to call it, Hollyweird, because look at what happens to these people. They just turn into complete and utter hot messes. And Nick Reiner, coming from the amazing family that he came from, it goes to show you that all the money, all the resources in the world can't get you out of the worst problems. Look at Rosie O'Donnell. Her daughter is a hot homeless mess. Winona Judd, her daughter is a hot homeless mess. Like, these are people who have money, and you would think that they wouldn't have their kids in these situations, but they're not kids, though. That's the thing. These people are not kids. These are grown adults, full-on adults, that the parents did everything in their power to try and help throughout their lives. But these kids did not take the help. Nick took help, though. He did, for 18 different rehab facilities. 18. And he chose the drugs over his family. He chose drugs over his handed to him on a silver platter talent, connections, everything. And his parents and his family loved him no matter what. No matter what. To the point that even still his family is loving him no matter what. That they have him the best attorney, Alan Jackson, who defended Spacey, who defended Karen Reed, as we all know, who's also defending the high school kid who took out those 4 sorority girls. This guy, they are going to use the fact that he was recently diagnosed with schizophrenia and that he was off his meds. So you're off your meds? That is what makes you do this to your parents? Yeah, going to jail is not going to help him, right? Yeah, that's not going to help him. So you're telling me that he's gonna get off now? They're gonna use this whole he's getting off excuse. Am I sideways? My picture's sideways? Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm so sorry. I did not know I was sideways. Am I sideways for real? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not know this. I was sideways the whole time. Holy moly. That made for an interesting live. That's funny. That's funny. Thanks, y'all. Sorry. Look, when I scheduled this live, y'all, I scheduled it on my phone after I had already taken my Ambien, okay? I put it on my phone and I was like, I'm going to do a live tomorrow. Let me go ahead and let everybody know. And I did it on my phone and I didn't know how to change it from my phone to my computer. So as y'all can tell, I'm a complete amateur. But I had decided a couple of weeks ago to do these lives on Saturday because apparently a lot of YouTubers, hi, how are you, Hudson? How are y'all doing? Welcome to the live. But I know a lot of YouTubers, they do crime during the week, and a lot of people don't have anybody doing crime on the weekends. So I had talked to some of my subscribers and my most loyal one, Gwen, and she suggested to do one on Saturday so that people who, don't get their true crime fix live on the weekends, maybe the weekends I would have a better shot of reaching out to some folks. So here I am. So sorry that I was sideways. Oh my gosh. But thank you. Elf is my favorite. Sorry I was sideways. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed, y'all. But hey, you know what? That just matches my personality. Anyway, so back to the Reiners. So Rob Reiner, when I got up Monday morning, because, California is 3 hours behind. So I didn't hear this news until Monday morning when I got to work. It was everywhere. It was plastered everywhere. And I could not believe that their son did this. I mean, what the, right? So now Alan Jackson is going with the whole schizophrenic thing. Now, I'm just going to say, I understand mental health. Okay, I get it. I get that there's mental health, hey, truth, issues. We all got it. Okay, we all got mental health. But that is not a free pass. That is not not Tennessee. That is not a free pass. That is not a get out of jail free card. That is not a pass go and collect your $200. No, ma'am. That just means that is just, nope, not Tennessee. Nope, not North Carolina. I've lived there though. I've lived in both places. But that is not to say that it's okay for, hey, Benice, I love Keanu. Can you tell? But that is, no, heck no, not Virginia. I've lived there though. That is not your free pass to get to do what you want. Thank you for subscribing. That is not your so what? I can just say, oh, well, I was physically abused by my ex-boyfriend. So, honey, you can't see this football back here. Look, you don't see that. That don't tell you where I'm from. Uh, thank you. Um, that does not mean that I can go do whatever I want to you and just say, "Oh, well, I have a mental health issue." So that makes it okay. So the Reiners have gone this guy's whole life, Nick's whole life. They've done everything they can to spoon feed him, give him every out possible. They have helped him, hi Junior, to, you know, help him get 18 different rehabs. They've let him live in their home. He was 32 years old. He's 32 and still living at home. Okay. So, this guy has had everything. And now his family, get this shenanigans, y'all. So for California being such a open state, right? Yes. Nick, yeah, did you see the picture where they're all standing together on the like the red carpet thing or something? He just looks like he's dead inside. Like he has no soul. It's wild. And his family just seems so loving and so like, yeah, like just where is this guy? But you know what? It's just like where his family just what is happening? But they are still giving to him, still trying to bail him out, and still trying to show how they don't believe that he should go to prison or get the DP. Thank you, Truth. Yeah. So they're hi Drew. So they're still trying to say, hello, Leon, that he doesn't need to go to prison. Hi, Anthony. They got the best defense attorney, the celebrity defense attorney. And why is Alan Jackson taking this? Alan Jackson doesn't need any more fame. I mean, he has enough fame. But why not? I mean, why not? So, I think it's crazy. I call it Hollyweird. It's Hollyweird for a reason. All of these people are crazy and weird. They are doing this to show that money is king. And this just goes to show you that greed, it's so sad at a time like this. Hi, Iris, is just, I know I've lived in LA. I lived there too. I actually went to Beverly Hills High School for a little while. And it is very totally different. Imagine an Alabama girl going to Beverly Hills High School. That was a huge adjustment. Huge. It's just crazy the type of my son lives in Tennessee. I just got back from Tennessee for Thanksgiving. So I just can't imagine how people with that kind of money and power, even after such a horrific way to go, what he did to his parents was so personal. He clearly had a disdain for them because he couldn't achieve what they had as much as he wanted what they had. And I think he could have had it. He could have had the talent. He may have had the talent. He probably did. I mean, it's crazy. No, obviously I don't know them. I just thought one of my favorite shows was All in the Family because the Archie and Edith Bunker reminded me just like my grandparents, only they were like the Yankee version. But my pop and my grandma were just like Archie and Edith Bunker. It was dang hilarious the way they had that show. That's hilarious, Dustin. I'm gonna take that as a joke. Because most people don't even consider me Asian, so that's funny. So I did not see. I've never seen Spinal Tap though. That's the one movie that everybody keeps talking about, but I've never seen that. So, that's funny. Hi, Alan. I don't know what that means. When does the couch auction start? That is Kevin Reiner clearly had mental health. Kevin or Nick? His name was Nick. I don't think that's appropriate, Alan, but if you have something to say about the Reiner case, that can be talked about. That's what we're talking about today, is the Rob Reiner case. Yeah, Nick Reiner. That's right. That's not Kevin Reiner. Yes, I'm Korean. Yeah, I did go to school at the same time that Eric Menendez went to Beverly Hills High School, but I'd never met him, which is kind of weird. But I mean, it's a huge school. It's huge. So thank you. Obviously, I was not accepted there because, I mean, I was just a Southern girl going to school in a very hoity-toity Beverly Hills. So, also, let's see. So that was like the biggest case this week. The biggest thing the Australian thing got overshadowed by the Rob Reiner thing. But I think it's wild that both of those happened on the first day of Hanukkah. So I think that is just absolutely wild. Yes. Well, Alan Jackson to me doesn't need any more money. Hey, wow. It's just why I lived in Indiana too. Ask me, just pick a state, I probably lived there. So he doesn't need any more money or attention or, I mean, none of that. But Alan Jackson is the celebrity attorney. So, I mean, I guess he would be the one to get this case. He's the attorney for Nick Reiner. He defended Kevin Spacey. He defended, he was on the big Karen Reed case. He was there another one there was one in Austria last night? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, not Alan Jackson, the country singer. My husband said the same thing. He was like, Alan Jackson, the country singer? I was like, no, dummy. Oh, that's good. No, he's a big shot. Well, the other thing too is hey Erwin, hey, God bless, nice to meet you. The other thing too is the Brown University situation. That guy, he went out like a coward. But they haven't really been talking about that much either. It's just craziness right here at Christmas, at the holidays. So I just think, my thing is I don't want that. I think they're going to use the whole mental health situation. They're going to say that, he was just, and I saw it. That's the latest news I've heard, is that they're saying that he was just diagnosed with schizophrenia. And I feel like, I really think that this whole mental health issue is I get it. People have we all suffer from mental health issues. We all have stuff that's happened to us in our past. We all have stuff that we carry. We all have baggage. But hey, Daryl, Merry Christmas. So glad people say Merry Christmas. I say Merry Christmas and people are like, Happy Holidays. And I'm like, there's one holiday. There's one. It's Christmas. So, but anyway, semantics. But the thing is that when you go to heaven, like when you get in front of God, God's not going to say, when he asks you, right? When he says, did you commit this sin? Did you do this sin? You don't get to say to God, oh, well, I had a hard upbringing. Oh, my parents were rough on me. Oh, well, I was raised in a rough neighborhood. Or, Anyo, God doesn't care about that. God's not going to say, oh, well, you had a drug problem. Oh, well, you drank a lot. Anyo, God doesn't care. That he's not looking at the way our society looks at these things. God doesn't look at it and say, oh, I understand. Your parents were hard on you. Oh, you were emotionally abused. Oh, you had money problems. That's why you stole. Oh, Anyo, see, that's not how it works. So our system, our justice system, looking at this and saying he was recently diagnosed with schizophrenia, I don't understand, Biane. He had schizophrenia. Does that mean he can go out and take his parents like that with a Sharpie? I mean, that doesn't make sense. No, he doesn't, Erwin. He looks like he's not there. He looks like he's just like, it's like he was dragged out to be taken into the pictures, like how many, we're talking about Nick Reiner and the Rob Reiner. Hi, Toby. We're talking about Nick Reiner suddenly taking his parents out Sunday, the first day of Hanukkah. They're claiming that, this very privileged, handed his life with a silver spoon in his mouth, who clearly had drug problems. Oh, Anthony, you think he didn't do it? Oh, interesting. This is an interesting take. Oh, okay. I have not heard this thought. Okay. Yes. So Nick Reiner is the son of the very famous Rob Reiner, who made movies, A Few Good Men, Stand By Me, When Harry Met Sally. And Nick Reiner, stabbed his parents to death, allegedly, Sunday, the first day of Hanukkah. Why that's relevant is because they're Jewish, which is, I find very, very odd that he did this to them, or allegedly. But Anthony here says something is off about this. He doesn't think he did it. So I think that's interesting. I'd love to hear what Anthony thinks about this. So, the Reiner family, very liberal, didn't believe in the death penalty. They did everything they could to take care of their son, Nick, who was an addict. Okay, Anthony. All right. Okay. Well, we're going to follow this. So I definitely want to see, I want to hear what your thoughts are on this. So he was found. Now, he was arrested in his hotel room, blood everywhere. Okay. So, yes, there was an argument at Conan O'Brien's house. Don't know what they were fighting about. He did get into an argument with another, an ex-cast member from SNL. Oh, lazy journalist doesn't think he did it. Okay. This is getting interesting. All right. Okay, so you're right. People are innocent until proven guilty. This is very, very true. So then if Nick Reiner, who, does have a history of drug abuse, and has a history of, but doesn't mean make you a murderer though, okay? Just because you do drugs, just because you look like you don't want to be in family photos, doesn't make you, I mean, to kill your parents is pretty severe. That's a huge step. To have, I believe that Nick had, I can't live up to my dad's expectations, or I don't think his dad even really had any expectations of him. Maybe that is something that bothered him. Maybe he had such high expectations of himself because of who his granddad and dad were. I don't know. Yeah, but you know what? There could be an easy explanation for that, Gwen. He was probably severely jealous, yes. He probably wanted to be as great as his dad and couldn't be. That's right. That's right. We don't need the knife to make it stick. Also, what if Nick found them? Oh, see, Anthony. Okay, we could go with, all right, let's go with Anthony's theory here. But what if Nick is the one who originally found them and he tried to save them? What if their blood is on him because he panicked? He found them and he was like, holy crap. And he tried to save them and he was like, oh God, this isn't working. And then he went to the hotel room, got a hotel room because he panicked. And true, lazy journalist. He was walking by a gas station. I mean, there could be all kinds of theories. Could be. I mean, maybe he changed at the gas station and then went to the hotel. I don't know, you guys. We will find out. January 7th is his arraignment, but all good questions. All very good. Thank you, Corey. He may not have. Maybe he already had the hotel room before and he went through a different entrance. I don't know. There are a lot of unanswered questions. But if he did it and they're trying to say it's because he's schizophrenic, I mean, is that really the excuse we want to go with? Are we going to continue to blame everything on our mental health issues? I mean, my gosh, if that's the case, then I should be able to punch someone in the face every single day. Just saying. That is true. But are they going to release that information right now? I don't know. There's so much. We've got to find out. I mean, again, though, you're talking about this neighborhood that's just full of mansions that is such a quiet, stuck neighborhood. Yeah, before we go down another rabbit hole, right? Hey, we will go down the rabbit hole, though. Yeah, we'll go down. We'll get there. We will definitely go down the rabbit hole because we have not that we have done it on this channel. So, we will find out. Yes, you're right, Lazy. They got the best attorney. They're already using the mental health route. So they will definitely, he will not go, I don't think he'll go to prison. I agree. Yeah. I've heard different versions of how they actually passed away. I've heard sliced. I've heard several wounds. So I don't know. I would say if it's several wounds, it would have to be, I would believe, somebody that they knew and had some pretty deep seated feelings of hatred, because I mean, that's an up close and personal attack, and that is somebody that has some issues. So, I mean, and again, though, I'm just saying, I don't think that means that you should be, get away with it just and get put into a hospital. I mean, okay, so here's another good question, you guys. With the mental health crisis that we have going on, you can't, with grown adult people, you can only do so much. With grown adult people, if they don't want to help themselves, you can't help them. I know if they're your children, like, my God, like, hi Hakeem, I have a 25-year-old son. He's got issues. I can't help him. Okay, right? Like, I can't force him into anything. I can't do anything. I can't do it. So what can you do? But when you say to people, when we're on this channel or any channel, and we're like, oh, they knew something, they had some kind of idea, they knew it was coming, oh, they saw he was acting funny, like everybody's coming out of the woodwork right now about Nick Reiner, and they're like, oh, he had an argument at Conan O'Brien's party, oh, he was acting strange, oh, he had a drug problem, oh, well, he was always weird, What does that even mean? What does that even mean? That he was going to go out and take his parents' lives? Was that something that everyone knew? If that's the case, I mean, we should all be locked up somewhere, because we all got anger in us. We all got something. Yeah. So, I mean, again, like I said, if I acted out on half the things that tick me off during the day, somebody would get punched in the throat every day. Just saying. That's the thing. And y'all can't say you don't feel the same way. Because if you are saying that, you lying. Because every day I wake up and say, hey, Jason, I'm going to follow Jesus every day. But 2 minutes later, somebody is in the throat punch zone. Just saying. Y'all know that. Okay, maybe it is just me, but I'm just, Yeah, so, I mean, anyway, that is what I think about the whole, like, case of, Jimmy Fallon. Oh, okay, Anthony. All right. Okay, Anthony. All right. I hope you subscribe, because I need you to. We're gonna keep up. I'm gonna keep up with you. I'm gonna keep up with you and Lazy, because I need to. I need y'all to give me some more. We gotta have some more back and forth about this. So every Saturday, y'all, just so y'all know, we're gonna do live streams, and we're gonna talk about the hottest cases, or whatever y'all want to talk about. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get on here. Saturday is my day that I have some free time. I used to do live streams every week I used to do live stream trials, but then life happens and you have to work and you can't do that. So because gotta keep a roof over your head and things like that, and YouTube's not making me rich. So Saturday I can get on here and do a live stream, and we can talk about things like what's happening during this week. This week, obviously, the big news was what happened to Rob Reiner and his wife, which just absolutely, again, I was all the big words: shocked, awed, surprised, stunned, speechless, everything you could think of. I was that. Just couldn't believe it. And I mean, sad sad about it. Just really sad that that is how he went out. And you're probably right. Truth is probably right that he probably went out telling his son he loved him. Because I do believe they did love him. And I believe his family still loves him very much by getting him this amazing attorney that is probably going to do a really good job and get him into a hospital somewhere. And yeah. Candace, if any of you guys are Candace Owens fans, I'm a Candace fan. I think she's very brave. Gwen and I differ on this topic. Gwen and I don't differ on a whole lot, but we definitely differ on Candace. But Candace did meet with Erica Kirk. Perez Hilton. That's a strange character, that guy, but he's the original OG. He's the OG celebrity influencer, to be honest. I don't think so. I don't think Perez will ever get canceled. He's on TikTok now. He's the original influencer, the original social media outlet. Before there was TMZ, before there was any of those things, Perez Hilton was the stuff. So he still got the lowdown. But Candace had a meeting. Who's in the same facility? Perez? As Nick? No, wait. Huh? Oh, wow. What did he do? Wait, what did Perez do? See, I don't keep up with a lot of the celebrity stuff because I just don't care about those people. But unless there's like, obviously something this big. Oh my gosh, the National Enquirer. I remember those days. Just standing in line at the checkout and seeing aliens from outer space. Well, hi, Retro Dog. Keanu Reeves. Look, y'all. Keanu, if anything, I know everything about Keanu Reeves. Oh, yes, aliens. Yeah, I know everything about Keanu Reeves. That's the only celebrity that, and then Lord is gonna, when I get to heaven, God is gonna probably have some bad words to say to me about Keanu, because I do keep up with Keanu. Just, that's my terrible sin. So, yeah. I don't. Oh my gosh, y'all, I know, cool breeze. Every time we go outside and there's a breeze blowing, I always, when we walk our dogs, I'm always like, oh, our dog is just enjoying their Keanu. And my husband's like, will you stop saying that? He's like, stop saying Keanu. Stop calling it that. Hi, Harley. Hi, the athlete. Thank you. Oh, man. I know nobody is obsessed over him like I am, but I literally Keanu is like the best to me. I'm an FBI agent. Yeah. Speed. Oh no, that's Point Break. That one's Point Break. No, Speed's different. Yes. I've seen Speed. I watch Speed. Every time I see Speed, it's like I've watched it for the first time ever. Yeah. I can watch, I've seen them all. Everything. I've seen stuff that he's even narrated just because he narrated it. Also, he's done, I have Duke Kaboom back here, for goodness sake. Okay. Yeah. Toy Story. He's also in Sonic 3, the Hedgehog. Oh yeah, Lazy Journal, like Speed over and over and over again. Oh my gosh. He looks so good in that movie. No, I'm not a gamer, but I know he has I have he's got there is a video game that he has that he's in that they've made about like him or just like him. I have seen that. And I have his comic books too. And I have his book. Oh, thank you, TJ. Yeah, I have his book also on audio and the hard copy. I could just do a video channel about Keanu Reeves. Isn't that terrible? That's terrible. Man. Hi, Eric. How are you? Thank you. Yeah, I was sideways when I first started the live today. I did not even know I was. I swear, y'all, you can tell I'm a total amateur. Uh, I I did not know. No one told me. Y'all let me be sideways for the first like 5-10 minutes of this live stream. I didn't know I was because I didn't when I set the live, I set it on my phone last night. I was like, I'm going to go live tomorrow, and I announced it, and then it was I was dang freaking sideways. I live in Texas now. I used to live in North Carolina though. I lived in Charlotte for a while. I had that whole southeast market when I lived over there. But now I live in outside of Austin. So, but I'm from Alabama. I'm a huge Auburn fan, War Eagle. So, don't get me started on SEC football. I'm real mad. That I know Truth tried. He tried so hard. Every state he said though I have lived in, which is really weird. But no, I can't stand the Vols. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. But yeah, you got the country. There's a difference. Texas is not the South. Texas is Texas. Florida is not the South to me. Florida is Florida. But there's southern. There's Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. Louisiana is really just like I don't even know. But are you from Texas? Yeah, Texas. Everybody calls Texas the South, but I wish they would stop doing that because Texas ain't the South. And Texas don't belong in the SEC. They didn't ask us permission. They just bullied their way in there, which really irritates me. So yeah. But we always say thank God for Mississippi in Alabama because thank God they're dumber than we are. Whew, Lord have mercy. I hope there's nobody on here from Mississippi. So well, everything's a Coke in Alabama. So y'all call everything pop or whatever up there. Everything's Coke in Alabama. So yeah, the SEC is the greatest football ever. Iron Man football. Then they start allowing these pansies in there like Mizzou. I'll never accept Mizzou as an SEC football team. I don't know why they're in there. It makes no dang sense. And then Texas, I don't understand that. They just needed the money, I guess. Whatever. And why Alabama is going to the playoffs. Yeah, right. Oklahoma. What? That don't even make any dang sense. They should have kept their butts in the Big 12. And why Alabama gets to go to the playoffs and Texas Tech don't. Red Raiders should get to go because Red Raiders had an amazing season. I mean, y'all can get me off topic real quickly here, okay? We are way off topic. Now we're talking about football, and that accent is going to come out even further when we start talking about football. So, okay. I will sound like a major country bumpkin when we start talking about football. It's terrible. Okay. I can't stand I can't stand Alabama. Ugh. I can't stand them. I think the entire college football is rigged, and I don't like the NIL. I don't like it. Well, everybody hates Alabama more than Auburn. I mean, everybody. except sick, twisted Alabama fans. I mean, everybody. Oh my gosh, I work at a vet clinic, y'all, and somebody brought their dog in the other day and their dog had on an Alabama t-shirt, and I said, "Oh my God, your parents hate you." I said, "I'm so sorry. Your parents don't love you." I said I had to put the dog on the scale, and I was like, let me see you how much you weigh. I'll take 10 pounds off just for that ugly t-shirt." Ah. Hi, Simon. Yeah, poor thing. Poor thing. Oh man, see, we could just do, I don't know. We could have whatever. I hope y'all all subscribe. I really appreciate everybody joining the live. I hope y'all, I really want to hear what Anthony and journalists have to say going forward about the case. I really want to hear y'all's theories, your thoughts. I really want to hear what everybody has to say about the mental health. This channel, Hey Athlete, the channel is really, I really talk a lot about true crime. But really people get me off topic all the time. So I can talk about anything from K-dramas to Keanu Reeves to football. But I try to, today I was trying to talk about the Rob Reiner murder and Nick Reiner and how they are going to try to get him off on a whole mental health issue, saying that he's schizophrenic. There are actually a couple of people in here, though, who don't believe that Nick Reiner did it. So allegedly, obviously, he has not been proven guilty in a court of law. So we are innocent until proven guilty. So I do talk a lot about what's going on in the world, what my thoughts are. I also am, as my son said to me at Thanksgiving, I'm not cool anymore because all I care about is God. But yes, I do believe that we should live by the Bible and go by what God says. And so I do think if we had more Jesus, we wouldn't be this messed up. So yeah, sometimes I do talk about, God. So hopefully nobody has a problem with that. If they do, then I'm so sorry for your luck. But yeah, I do relate a lot of things that's going on in the world and in the true crime world to God and maybe the Bible, obviously. I think greed had a lot to do with what happened to, the crime of the century. Oh, man. The crime of the century. Oh, that's so funny. Who's your friend Nick? Hi, Malish. Who's your friend Nick Guerra? The crime of the century? I think the crime of all crimes, honestly, is not a single crime, Simon. I think I was just thinking about this morning before I came on here. I think what we are suffering from right now is greed. I think it's so odd that, hey, Bill Cosby, that money makes the world go round. It's so sad, but you got to have money to survive. But money is the driving factor behind every, honestly, crime that is happening. And it's sickening. So if I had to say the most horrific of the 21st century, that's a lot. Yeah, but I can't pick one particular crime, but I can say greed for me looks to be the driving factor of it. That's what it boils down to. People are so greedy, and it's all about wanting what others have. And I think it's disgusting. I think that yeah, I think even if you have it, there's not enough. I just think people are making me sick. What I'm seeing out there is so sickening. Even on YouTube, right? Even having this channel, right? When I started my channel, I was like, oh, I need 100 subscribers. Well, then YouTube's like, well, you got to have 1,000 to do this. And then you get to 1,000 and YouTube's like, well, you got to have 10,000 to get this. Then you get 10,000 and you're like, oh, you got to have this many to get this. It's just never enough. There's always somebody telling you, you got to have this, you got to have this, you got to have this. So it's never enough. It's never, ever enough. So no matter what you do in your life, there's always something out there telling you, you got to have more. You got to have a better car. You got to have a better job. You got to have a better this. You know what? My friend told me the other day, she said, she was starting to have thoughts of obviously we only have one life, right? And I see these people who are dying these horrific deaths in these true crime things that we go over, all these incidents, all this stuff. Rebecca Park, who was horrifically taken away, her baby was taken out of her body. That's horrific, right? Horrific. So these terrible things that are happening to people. But this is the one life you get. And you think, am I living the life to the best of my potential? Am I living my life the way that I should? Is this all I'm going to get? Is this the best? Is this it? And all I can say is, this is a temporary holding pattern. What we're living here, anything bad that's happening here, it's not the worst thing that's going to ever happen. God has something bigger. Eternity is what we're living for. So I can't say anything if my channel doesn't go to the 1,000,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers like everybody. Hi, welcome, Belay. I hope it does. That would be amazing. But I'm not going to sit here and like stomp on somebody else's channel or do anything like that to get to that. So, yeah, I think greed. That's what I would just have to go with. So, crime of the century, I think I would be giving, thank you. I would be giving one criminal, I think, highlight over another. One crime, a highlight over another, if I chose a crime of the century. So I think, yeah. Thank you so much, Lazy. I really, really want to hear your thoughts on this, since you are believing, since your thoughts are leaning towards maybe he didn't do it. So, and then, like I said, innocent till proven guilty, because that's our society. That's how we work. But I definitely want to hear what your little tidbits are. Yeah. So I thank everybody so much. This is so fun. I had a lot of people join today. This is exciting. I met a lot of new folks on here. Thank you, Truth. Thank you, Simone. Thank you, Athlete Lazy. Balaji, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I hope you all subscribed. I hope you will be here next Saturday at noon. We are going to be doing this again. I hope you all have an amazing, amazing Merry Christmas. Please, please, y'all, remember those who do not get to enjoy Christmas with their families. And yes, Lazy, remember those that are innocent until proven guilty. We are fighting on this channel for Michael Jackson Bolanos, who was also falsely accused in the Michigan court in Wayne County. He's serving time in prison right now. We are still fighting for him. If you go back to my old videos, you will see where we have been fighting for Michael Jackson Bolanos for the last 2 years, where he was falsely accused of a crime of murder that he did not commit. So please, please, please remember that all of the cases that we do talk about, people are allegedly, they are not actually guilty. These are alleged. So we don't know what happens behind closed doors. We don't know the true story. And everything is not what it seems. Okay. Just because they put stories out there. And remember, we live in a world full of propaganda. Okay. A world of psyops. Okay. So keep in mind again, like I said in the last live, I fell for all of the shenanigans when Charlie passed away. Okay. I was so devastated and filled with grief that I did the same thing. Okay. I bought the shirts, I got everything. Okay. And now I see it is just a money making scheme. So follow the only truth that there is, and that is the Bible. Don't follow what the media is telling you. Don't follow anything else from anyone else, because only you know the truth. So that's all you can do, is follow yourself, your own true self. No one else is going to tell you anything but you. So I don't know any other way to put that other than that, because what's being told to us is all propaganda, and it's all to keep us divided and keep us apart and keep us non-believing. So I hope y'all enjoyed this live today. I hope that y'all again have a very Merry Christmas. I hope that y'all pray for those who don't get to be with their families. I hope that y'all pray for the ones that are wrongfully incarcerated. I hope that y'all will pray for the people who've lost family members, who don't get to have them at their tables at Christmas, who have gifts for them under the tree that are waiting for them to come home. Hi, God 365. I hope that you will just pray that those who are missing are found. And I just want you to pray, just pray. Because that is something that we can all do more of. There's no mental health system out there that's going to help us. There's no feed the hungry, feed the poor, house the homeless. There's none of those programs. There's no SNAP benefits. There's no welfare. There's none of that that's going to help us. The only thing that's going to help us is prayer. So I don't want to get too preachy. That's not my job. I just want us to do better. There's a friend of mine. Her name is Farah. She lost her son last year, December 23rd. And I'm working with her on her case. And I think that it's important to remember that she will be without him this Christmas. And he always said, do better. Do better. Just do better. And I think that we can do that. I think we can do that for Adam. I think we can do that for Farah as she's looking for justice for her son. And I just hope everybody will remember that that's what we're doing here on this channel. We do talk about crime. We do get to joke around and have fun. And I hope that y'all had fun. And yeah, and I appreciate y'all. So please like, subscribe, and share. And I will see y'all in the next live next Saturday. I want to hear what everybody got for Christmas and how all y'all's family drama goes. All right. See y'all in the next video.